I'm Edith Harbaugh. I'm CEO and co-founder of LaunchDarkly. LaunchDarkly is a continuous delivery platform. We help software teams deliver features faster to the users they want to deliver features to. Tonight I'm going to talk about feature flagging and how we've implemented that for mobile. But first I'll start on what is a feature flag. At its simplest, a feature flag is a software best practice where you wrap a feature in a feature flag and then you deploy it off. This sounds very simple, and it's simplest, you just turn it off and on, flagging. You could do very sophisticated things, though, once something is wrapped. You could turn it on for select users. You could turn it on for percentage of users. You could turn it on for different segments. You could turn it on for different organizations. Just tonight I was talking to somebody, and they had a request where they'd shipped a new feature that people either loved or hated. So they wanted to be able to turn it off for the people that hated it, but keep it on for the people that loved it. So what we've just implemented is feature flags for mobile. So now for a mobile app, you have the ability to ship a feature in the App Store, selectively turn it on for who you want, and then roll it out for more people. And I'd say this is a quantum leap over the web, and perhaps even more important. Because on the web, you can constantly push features. At LaunchDarkly, we sometimes push, because we feature flag, multiple times an hour. With iOS, there is this huge block called Apple Review. So I was at TripIt, and so I'll walk through the process. You build your app, and you have to actually do a build, and then you submit it to the App Store, and then Apple reviews it. Sounds simple, right? This is a chart of the average review times for the last year. So an average review time for an app is 7 days. Average. Which means that some apps take a lot longer. What this means is that until now, you've had to be absolutely sure about what you're shipping, because once it's out there and you don't like what's happening, there's no way to get it back. So what would happen at TripIt is we would ship a new feature, something would be broken, people would start giving us 1-star reviews, we would be in physical pain because we were sitting on a build, it was ready to go, and we would have to wait 7 to 10 days for Apple to review it. All this changes with mobile feature flags. Now, what our customers can do is they can ship out a feature, turn it on for who they want, turn it off for who they don't want, and they do this independent of Apple. So what we're really doing, again, is taking the 7 to 10 days of pain and putting it all back in the hands of the app developers. So we're in beta right now. I'm going to walk through 2 use cases of how our customers are using this. One customer is Converted, and I like this app personally because I run a lot, but what they do is they convert metrics. This is kind of a demo app for something bigger. And they implemented a Tumblr integration, and they saw their engagement on the app plummet. This is not a good thing. But they weren't really sure if the engagement had fallen because of the Tumblr integration or just something completely orthogonal. This is always the debate with apps. There's so much other things going on. With LaunchDarkly, they could put the Tumblr integration behind a feature flag and then see if people were more likely to keep using the app with or without, because their theory was that the Tumblr integration, which you can see here, which is converting 100 miles into various distances, was actually distracting and driving people away from the app. So this is a really simple use case of how people are using LaunchDarkly to help build a mobile app better. The next use case is even more interesting. This is pretty geeky. It was from a crash platform, and what they actually wanted to do was make their app crash. This sounds weird, right? Nobody wants to make an app crash. However, what they wanted to do was force an app to crash and then get the log files out so they could see what was making, if they could get the right crashes out. With LaunchDarkly, they could ship an app and deliberately crash it on demand because they had the power from the LaunchDarkly dashboard to turn crashes on and off for whoever they wanted. So this helped them determine that exactly what crash data they could get, and they were very happy. So this all fits into the bigger picture of continuous delivery and how with LaunchDarkly and being able to turn features on and off for who you want, when you want, we really help you move faster. If you know that you don't have to wait 7 to 10 days for every change, you're more likely to ship something and test it with your early users. You can break less, because if something is broken, you just turn it off. And of course, we always give you the ability to measure everything that's happening. How can you get involved? We love feedback. In fact, our entire company is based around feedback loops. So we'd love for you to start using our SDK or give us feedback on how we can make feature flags more robust. Thanks.